Coach, 20 straight years going to the NCAA Tournament. What does that mean for the program?
Yeah, I'm really proud of our team, our staff. Just it's been a tough year, no question. We've had some ups and downs, but to position ourselves again for 20 consecutive years to go postseason, and I told our team, you be proud. You be proud of the trials you've been through, the challenges, and the great ups that we've had, and the great victories we've had, and all of that position this team right now to go postseason. So I'm proud of them. I'm proud of that record. And I said to them, there are a lot of great coaches and a lot of great programs that are sitting at home right now, and you did what you needed to do to get yourselves in postseason, and now it's time to make a run.
What was your gut feeling, or I guess your state of mind heading into the selection show last night? Just kind of where did you feel like things were lining up?
Yeah, you always kind of play it out like, okay, since they want us to drive somewhere, that's always frustrating because, I know there's other sports where they don't do that. They just send them where they think is the best place to go. So we know if there's somebody hosting close to us, there's going to be a chance that we're going to go there. So we actually wondered about Texas hosting, and when that doesn't happen, the only other school really that's drivable is Oklahoma. I've spent many postseasons in Oklahoma in Norman, so that seemed a likely choice. It would have been great for our kids to be able to fly somewhere different. When you're talking about student athlete experience, it'd be great for them to experience something completely different. But that's not the case.
Is there some comfort in the fact that it is something that you are kind of used to?
Well, we're definitely familiar with Norman. I mean, we're familiar with the hotels, the restaurants, the field, the event management team. We know them by name. We've been there so many times, and having played in the Big 12, we're very familiar with their program and how they operate there.
Joe, how big was maybe almost a week off between games? First time really, I think, since the start of the season for you guys, especially after the gauntlet you just ran.
Yeah, it was really nice for us to be able to take a little break. We got a good, much-needed win at the SEC Tournament, so I was proud of our kids for that, and then came back and said, you know what, physically, emotionally, mentally, the kids just finished finals, a tough season, and let's take a break. Let's get ourselves in a good mindset coming in. So I think the rest did everybody great, and our kids are ready to go.
Does the preparation you put in for the SEC Tournament, I guess, kind of work out nicely and maybe sort of mirroring the regional experience with, I know we got Oklahoma, a big name that everyone's going to be thinking about, but, we still got a game before that.
Yeah.
Focus on task at hand, kind of having gone through that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, anytime you can play in a quality tournament like the SEC Tournament, and knowing that that's what it's going to be like going into postseason, actually you're not going to find four teams that are as good as the teams you would face in the SEC. But, it prepares you. It gives you that mindset of one game, one day at a time for sure. And that's really what we're going to need. Last year we got sent to Oklahoma. We spent a lot of time talking about Oklahoma, and then we didn't get a chance to play them. So we really need to focus on Minnesota. We need to take care of our business. We need to be locked in. And that cliche of one game at a time absolutely holds true here.
I know, obviously, I know you'd want to, I guess, get the first round bye at the SEC Tournament, but just given the way it played out, that you did get to go down and at least win a game, kind of get a little bit of confidence, do you think that helped at all, having at least had that experience?
Yeah, it definitely helped going down there and getting a win. We fought so hard all season. We've had some big wins against great teams in our conference. And to go in there and on paper be playing a team that you're, supposed to beat, supposed to win that game, and we did that. We went down, took care of business, and we were prepared, and I love the way our kids handled it. So anytime we have the opportunity to get on a field and play great teams, that just builds our future and gives us opportunities to get better.
What about from the standpoint of playing the quality opponents in the SEC? And it's not a series. I mean, you just need a win over an Oklahoma. It could be in that kind of a situation. And your kids have been there in that We just need a win, and we can get that win.
Yeah, it's a situation where it is different than playing a regular series, but when you look at it, you know, if we can beat Minnesota, we know we're going to see Oklahoma most likely in that next game, and we would most likely have to beat them again. So it is a situation where you do have to find a way to beat two teams in a weekend, or a team twice, I should say, in a weekend. But, you know, in my mindset, when you're talking about a game at a time, that's all we're talking about. You know, let's get that Minnesota game, then let's prepare for that next opponent, then let's get the next one. So I think any time like this, especially when you get sent to a number one seed, you can't get too far ahead of yourself, or you don't take care of the business at hand.
Speaking of business at hand, Joe, Minnesota, similar RPI, similar strength of schedule. What have you been able to figure out about that? Yeah,
I mean, they're a team that you know, they know how to win. And we're really similar. You look at our records and kind of what we've done. We know their pitchers. We've got the film on them, and so we've been watching a lot of that, just figuring out how they're going to pitch us. And offensively, they can score runs. And so it's going to feel a lot like every other game we play. You know, the team's going to be prepared. They've played tough opponents, and we just have to be ready for it. But you know, we'll spend a lot of time watching film here in these next few days and really have a good game plan in place.
I know with the pitching, like you've been able to kind of move the girls around a lot and put them in different kind of situations. Is there sort of, with each of those girls, is there sort of particular situations you think, as we're getting ready for a regional atmosphere, that they're going to thrive in the best, that maybe, you know, you might try to plug them into those spots when they come up?
Yeah, well, you know, we've had a lot of injuries on our pitching staff, and so there's rarely been a time where we've had all 5 pitchers ready to go. So we've had to use people in every sort of situation, and usually at this time, you've really solidified who's going to be a middle reliever, who's going to be a closer, who's going to be a starter. For us, we really go with matchups, and so we'll see how we match up with Minnesota, and we'll look at who we think's the best person to start that game.